And what we're going to be talking about today is, if you're a coach, consultant, or if you're a service provider, or if you have any type of business, have you ever felt like quitting? Type in number one. If you ever, at some point or another, it could have been in the last 6 months, it could have been in the last week, okay? Have you ever felt like quitting, just giving up? Maybe you have a 9 to 5 and you're like, you know what? I don't need to work this business because I have my paycheck. I get a paycheck every 2 weeks or every week, so I'm good. Or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and, you already have somebody helping you with the bills and the finances. So you're like, listen, I don't have to go through all this struggle dealing with clients, dealing with people paying me and what have you. Like, have you ever felt like quitting your business, just like shutting it down, saying, I don't want to do this anymore? I've been having a lot of conversations. I'm always talking to people. I'm a very different type of coach. I'm always wanting to get on one-on-one conversations with you guys. I know that is the time where it's the most impactful. That's the time where I can really dive into your business and figure out where are the gaps, what's the problem, and how you can continue on dominating, correct? So thank you guys so much for hopping on. So one of the things that I've been hearing a lot is people saying, oh, I just don't want to do this anymore, or maybe I should quit, or nothing's working, right? Have you ever said those things to yourself, telling yourself like this is not working, right? Have you ever felt that way? Because one thing I want to let you guys understand, that emotion is a very, 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 very normal emotion. I just want to say that. Don't feel bad the fact that you feel like quitting. And if you're at a point in your business right now currently, and Teresa, if you're on Facebook, if you can put in my website, if you are at this position currently where you feel like quitting, book a conversation with me right now. I want to talk to you. It's free of charge, because I don't want you to quit. I don't. So go to CampbellSuccessNetwork.com. That's CampbellSuccessNetwork.com. And Campbell, just like the soup. Everyone's like, how do you spell Campbell? Spell it just like Campbell soup. Book a conversation with me so I can make sure that you don't quit. Because I'm such a proud coach right now. I had just last week, I heard about another client of mine that left her job for good. Like, went into her boss's office and said, listen, I don't want to work here anymore. And that client is my client, Alita Smith. And me seeing another client leave their 9 to 5, leave their corporate job that they've been working at for years, is just God telling me that I'm moving in the right direction. And I want to make sure that all of you under the sound of my voice are building the dream that God has already positioned for you. Don't you guys understand that God has already given you a promised land? Somebody please post in the comments right now, I receive that. Please receive that. Please know that God has already had that wealthy lifestyle on the other side, or at the end of the tunnel. God has already has tons of money coming to your bank account. God has already has tons of customers and clients literally inboxing you. He's already had people lined up for you. Somebody's typing right now, God has it all lined up for me. And I know sometimes it's hard to see that, because you got a lot of haters and naysayers in your ear telling you, oh, maybe you shouldn't do this, or maybe you shouldn't invest in that, or maybe you should just quit and stop. I understand that and I get that, but you shall not listen to them. Even Jesus didn't listen to his haters or his naysayers. And if he did, y'all, it would be a whole nother outcome, right? But we got to keep pushing. We got to keep going. See, we think that we got it hard. Can I just bring it all the way back for y'all? Somebody say, please bring it back, coach. Somebody say, please bring it back, coach. Somebody please say, bring it back, coach. I just want to bring it all the way back for you guys. We think that we have it so hard. Making sales, we say it's hard. Getting clients, we say it's hard. Getting more money in our bank account, we say it's hard. But I believe, that the only people that had it harder than what I have it right now is my ancestors. Absolutely. The people who came over here in that slave ship, on the bottom of a slave ship, right? Who has been raped, abused, manipulated, harmed for over 400 years. They had it way harder than I do right now. So that's why y'all don't hear me complain much. That's why y'all don't hear me hop on here saying, oh my God, this is hard, this is difficult. I do tell you guys the reality of business, that is not easy. But y'all don't see me up here complaining. Y'all don't see me up here saying that I'm going to quit. Because I know that people, the women before me, before I was even a thought, right? before I was even a embryo, right? Those women had it 10 times harder than me. So I hear my great grandmothers. I hear my great grand aunts in my ear telling me to keep going. And all of you women on here, especially if you're a woman of color, you have your great grandmother whispering in your ear every day, telling you, sis, granddaughter, you need to keep going because you ain't nowhere near having hard as me. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying today? It's the truth. It's the truth, y'all. So I don't want y'all to quit. I don't want you to give up. And if you do feel that emotion, get on a call with me, camelsuccessnetwork.com. That's camelsuccessnetwork.com. You hit that very, very first button. I put it at the top for you guys so y'all can see it, and book a conversation with me. Even if you're a client of mine, get on a conversation with me because I want to talk to you one-on-one. I want to iron out this emotion that you're feeling right now is quitting. Because if I have tons of clients just in the past, 5 years left their 9 to 5, you can do the same thing too. You can get that financial independence as well. And those of you who are new to watching me, because I'm live on Instagram and Facebook and Periscope, my name is Letitia Campbell, and I am the sales success strategist. I help coaches, consultants, and service providers dominate their sales online by teaching you how to magnetically attract customers and clients so that you can finally design the life that you deserve. And I do this all inside of my Sexy Brand Building Formula program. All right, so let's jump into this, guys. I'm going to explain to you guys why is it right now that you feel like you want to give up and you want to quit. I'm going to first explain it and break it down for each and every one of you. And while you guys are listening and watching, if any of these things resonate with you, you need to book a call. You need to say, Letitia, that is me. That's the emotion. That's the feeling. That is the issue that I'm having right now. Number one is that you are not the product of your environment. That's why you feel that you're probably feeling like you want to give up. There is probably millions of people right now in your zip code that needs your services, that needs to learn more about how to build their businesses on LinkedIn, that needs to lose weight, that's in abusive relationships, and they're not telling their family members, they're not telling their boss, they're not telling their friends, but they will tell you, they will hire you to help them get out of that abusive situation. There's people out there in your vicinity that needs your help. But I'm not trying to tell you to go to door. What I'm telling you is that you need to be the main one leveraging social media so that you can connect with those people to help them, to inspire them, to motivate them. And if you want to know how to do all that, go to camelsuccessnetwork.com and I will show you guys exactly how my services will help you. But you got to become that product of your environment before you believe, right, or attempt to take over the world. You need to be that product of your environment. Many of us are not leveraging the people around us so that we can have a huge impact, not just on our businesses, but also on our communities as well. Number two is that your back has not been against the wall. Right? When you work your business like this is where your only means of income is going to come from, it's going to be a different level of hustle, right? If this was your only job, your only responsibility, your only way to bring in money to put food on the table, you will not saying, I will quit. Because let me tell you guys something. I was telling this to one of my clients earlier today. If you're feeling like quitting, let's say you're going out there and you're trying to find a job, right? Let's say if you're out there trying to find a job, trying to get hired, correct? And you go for an interview and that person doesn't hire you. Are you going to stop just doing interview, period? No, you're not. You're going to keep going on the next interview and the next interview and the next interview. You are not going to stop. It needs to be the same type of work ethic in your business. You have to say, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep rising. I'm going to keep doing everything I can do to get this position, to get a position, correct? So you got to have the same thing as well. If one person says no, you got to keep going for the next one and the next one and the next one. And you know what I realized? Me being a mentor, a coach for the past almost 10 years, I realized that 9 times out of 10, that person who told you no, that's God giving you an instant blessing. Somebody say amen for the instant blessings. I love the instant blessings from the Lord because that person that said no to you could have been one of those clients, one of those people that would have made you want to quit your business because they would have not gotten a result from your product or your course, or they would have totally made you want to rip your head out. And I know dozens and dozens of coaches that has lowered their prices, right? And gave their 100% to clients that didn't deserve it. And that client ended up saying bad things about their program, right? Inboxing them craziness, talking bad about them on social media. You don't want that in this season. So if somebody says, no, not right now, take it and just run with it and just go to the next person. Don't feel like because you did a webinar and nobody bought your offer, don't feel like you're dumb or you're stupid or maybe you should leave. No, keep going. Keep going, adjust, adapt, and keep on moving. It's so important. Number 3, guys, you got to understand that you're not alone in this game. There's tons and tons of women and people that feel exactly how you're feeling right now. And the reason why I tell you guys to accept that emotion of feeling like you want to quit, because when you do finally reach a level in your business where your systems are in place, you're making a consistent flow of money, and you're starting to get clients that feel the same emotion that you feel today, you're going to know exactly what to tell them, right? So Abby, who's one of my amazing super friends, she always talks about capturing control. So if you're feeling like you want to quit, the first thing you got to do is go to CampbellSuccessNetwork.com and book a discovery call with me. And number 2, capture and control that emotion. Okay, because it's okay to feel that emotion, but don't stay stuck in it. Don't feel like you can't turn stuff around in a matter of 21 days. Don't feel that way. Having a business is the same thing as working out. Don't think that you never, ever, ever going to feel pain, because I promise you, baby, you will. You're going to feel a lot of pain. You're going to feel a lot of frustration, but you got to keep moving. I've been working out now for going on 2 weeks, and my legs are burning. My back is hurting, but that's good. Nobody should walk out that gym feeling like, oh, I'm like, woo, I feel great. That means if you do feel that way, that means you didn't really work out as hard as you should have, right? So business is the same way. Don't feel like your whole week is going to be roses and glitter and stuff like that. But here's where the reward comes. And everything that I do and everything that my clients do and everything that every successful entrepreneur that I see out there is that the reward is I get to be home with my 4 kids. I get to make as much money as I want to make. I get to be my own boss. I get to wake up when I want to wake up. I get to give back how I want to give back to my community. I get to show my children a different way of making money. I'm not going to tell them not to go to college, but at least now they know that they have options. They can go to college and start a business the same, right? They don't have to go into the workforce, or they can jump right out, start a business while we're going in college. I mean, more options is always the best leverage. It's like I've already given my children a head start. Right? Don't y'all understand what I'm saying? You're already giving your kids, your grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren a head start. So honor the fact that there are going to be times in your business that you're going to quit and that you're going to get frustrated, but you must not give up. You must not just throw in the towel. You got to keep going. You got to keep moving, because all those people after you are looking at you with their hands open, as so they should. Absolutely. So another thing, which is number 4, is you got to stop asking for permission to be successful. That's one of the things that I had to learn the hard way. Ask for forgiveness, not permission. A lot of us want to get that confirmation from the people around us that are not entrepreneurs, that don't really know the struggle or the hardships that we go through in business. So we're asking them for permission instead of saying, you know what? I apologize that you feel the way you feel about my business, or that you feel the way you feel about what I'm doing, but I'm going to keep going, because I don't need your permission to be successful. I get it right now. Business is slow, but I'm going to keep moving, because I know God already has the promised land for me. See, I get so excited because I know what God already has for me. He already's given us the roadmap. That's why I get so excited. That's why my energy is always up. When you guys meet me in person, I'm so excited. I'm in tears when I meet y'all. Because at the end of the day, you got to understand that if you know that there's $1 million that is already wrapped up in a bowl for you, you're going to haul your ass, excuse my French, to get out there and get it, right? Know that God already has something for you, and don't let nothing else in this world get in your way. Because it's not society's fault that if you do in fact quit and leave, right? Stop your business, right? Has nothing to do with society, has nothing to do with whether or not your audience is cheap. That is a personal decision that you made, and that you made alone. Number 5, this is so important, y'all. Somebody type in number 5. I want to make sure you guys are up. number 5, number 5, number 5. And those of you who are wondering why I'm moving around my eyes a lot, I'm live on Facebook, Periscope, and Instagram. Type in number 5 for me. Let me see where y'all at on Facebook. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Trees, for putting the link. And guys, if you haven't done so already, go over to CamelSuccessNetwork.com. Book a free discovery call with me. I'm going to literally show you guys exactly how my services would help you get to the destination that you want in your life and also in your business. Number 5 is you got to work on yourself, y'all. You got to work on yourself. You know, if you want to feel confident, if you want to be confident, when you get on stages or when you go live or when you're in front of people and you want to let people know and understand that you are secure in the business that you are getting them to purchase, that you are so confident in what you're doing. It's like my client, Alita Smith, who just left her job last week. You know, when she went live and said, listen, I just walked out of my job. I'm doing my business full time. Her level of confidence was so high. That's what people are attracted to. If you're a little bit nervous, if you're a little bit skeptical, if you're just rushing through your broadcast, if you're just going live, you're all about money, 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 and you don't have that confidence to say, listen, I'm here because I care about providing you with the result, right? People are not going to opt into you. You got to work on yourself, ladies. That's why when I wake up, y'all see me, I'm out there working out. I'm out there focusing on Letitia first. Before I do anything with the kids, before I do anything with my business, before I connect with you guys, I have to get out there in nature and start to move my body and work on me. Because if I am not confident, if I'm looking at myself in the mirror every day and I'm like, oh my God, my feet are swollen, my pressure's high, and all these things that I don't feel great in the outfits that I'm wearing, I can't show up the right way for you guys. No, ma'am. You got to work on you first. If you need to read self-development books, if you need to get a life coach, if you need to do your anchoring, your haka or whatever, do it. Work on you first. You know what I'm saying? Because when your business finally reaches that success level, which is not very far, it's really not. If you just really get laser focused with a plan now, book that discovery call with me, CamelSuccessNetwork.com. You know, and you start building that confidence. When people do ask you to work with them or get on their stages, right? You're going to have the confidence already. You're not going to sit back and question yourself. It goes back to me, you know, when I left my job back in August 11th of 2017, no support, just me going out there and doing it, you know, and shortly after I was asked to be a head coach of My Mentors program. You know, if I didn't work on my confidence early on, if I wasn't sure of who I was as a coach, as a woman, I probably would have turned down that opportunity, right? I probably wouldn't have gone to Bali twice. I probably wouldn't have spoke at 3 or 4 now masterminds events just in the past year. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that confidence, y'all. And that's something that you have to build. There's no motivational speaker or anything in this world that will teach you that. You have to have that conversation with you and the Lord. And I don't think we as women, especially women in business, talk to God enough so that we can move in the right direction, because that's where the source of all that we do come from. If you don't believe it, that's on you. So listen, guys, I so appreciate each and every one of you for hopping on and watching. You know, if you, like I said, go and book that conversation with me immediately. I'm about to get on one in the next 30 minutes with an amazing young lady. And sometimes you need that moment in your life and in your business to just stop. Just be like, okay, let me just stop and let me talk to somebody real quick. Let me make sure that I'm not missing anything. Maybe make sure if there's any other services or needs that I can get into now, so that way I can close out 2019 on an amazing note, correct? You know, because a lot of times we can't be working in our business by ourselves. We need that moment to just say, okay, let me put this on pause real quick. I'm not going to stop. I feel like quitting right now, but I'm not going to stop. I want to have a conversation with somebody. And I'm opening up my calendar for absolutely free for each and every one of you. If you go to CamelSuccessNetwork.com, that's CamelSuccessNetwork.com, Camel just like the soup, and book a call with me immediately, because I don't want you to quit. I don't like to see people who just give up. You know, you've already got started. You're already at the starting point. You're already moving. And because you have a moment of weakness, that's when the devil comes in, y'all. is in that moment of weakness. Maybe you're surfing through social media too much. Maybe your plan is not worked a couple of times, or whatever reason, right? But you feel like all these negative emotions coming up. And that's a normal feeling to feel. I feel that way all the time. Sometimes those negative emotions come up, but I know what to do, who to connect with, who to call to get myself back on track. And sometimes you need to speak to somebody that's outside of the box. Sometimes you need to. I don't talk to my husband about my business. I don't talk to certain people in my family about my business. I don't. You know why? Because they're not qualified to give me a correct answer. They're not qualified to push me forward. And some of you guys are talking to unqualified people. You may love them, but they're not qualified. And that's okay. You can still love them. You can still be there for them. That's okay, but they are not qualified. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to be honest. I love the fact that I am giving my children a bigger advantage, a head start. Because as a woman of color, we didn't have that. We was told to keep money in your pocket. We was told to not invest. We was told to be afraid to lose, right? We were told so many things that we were inherently taught. And that fear comes into place, right? And it allows us, it really sets us back and it doesn't get us to the level that we want to get into. So listen, everyone, go to CamelSuccessNetwork.com. That's CamelSuccessNetwork.com. Book your discovery call. Now, you can decide not to book a call, but let me tell you guys something. You're not going to reach the destination that you want to reach if you don't have a conversation with somebody who's already made it. I see a lot of times people leave their jobs and they end up going back to work. My client, Alita Smith, left her job with confidence because she has a plan. She has a plan. She has a strategy. She has a roadmap. And it may change next year. That's another thing that people don't tell you guys. You may have a plan and strategy right now, but that plan may change according to the season. You may start to elevate. Or what happened to me, I had to change my audience. I had to change the people that I was talking to every single day. If y'all notice, my intro and outro has totally changed from 2 years ago to now. Right? So sometimes your plan changes, especially when you break out and do this 100%. As an entrepreneur, it's a different level of hustle because you may have a coach that has a 9-to-5, and you got to understand that they're not in it 100%. It's impossible to be in it 100% when you have a 9-to-5. Your clients want you 100% of the time. They want that available access to you. They want to look to you as somebody that they want to aspire to be. Right? And if you're not that person, you need to get on a conversation with me immediately. And that's CamelSuccessNetwork.com. I will open up my calendar to you. What I also did, guys, is I switched up my time slots for my calls because I know many of you, I used to do them during the day. And I know that was hard for many of you guys because many of you guys work a 9-to-5. So what I did was I pushed it more into the evening. So that way, for those of you who live in the U.S. and those of you who live outside the U.S., you can find some convenient times for you. Because I don't mind staying up to 11 o'clock p.m. working. I don't go to bed till like 1 something, so it's all good. So definitely schedule your time with me at CamelSuccessNetwork.com. I will be back on tomorrow, but I need y'all to do me a favor. I'm going to be back on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern doing this show. I want to know, what is it that you guys want me to talk about? What is your pain, your pressing pain in your business? You can still book a call with me, but maybe you want me to share my perspective tomorrow with the audience, with everybody, right? So let me know in the comments down below whether you're watching this live or on the replay. I'd love to hear it. So you guys know what I always say. As always, get out there and dominate because it's time to design a life that you deserve. I'll see you guys on the call. Bye, guys.